friends. It's Abby McDonald with iBelieve. Whenever we enter a new year, there are always certain buzzwords that we hear over and over. And a couple of years ago, I noticed that one word I kept hearing again and again was breakthrough. And I started thinking about what breakthrough is and what are some of the reasons why we get stuck or we don't achieve breakthrough. What I realized is that breakthrough starts in the mind. And one of the reasons why we often get stuck is because we think that we just need to pull up our bootstraps and we need to try harder and do more. And while working hard and challenging ourselves isn't bad, where we get into trouble is when we are trying to overcome a barrier or a lie that we have believed for years, and we don't realize that it is Christ's power in us that is going to help us achieve that breakthrough. So I was reading in Psalm 30, and Psalm 30 is a song of dedication that David wrote for the temple. And as I dug into this psalm and I started reading the context and the history behind it, what I realized is that this song was written before the temple was built. As a matter of fact, the temple was not even completed until after David had died. But David wrote this because he had faith that that was going to be completed. And he poured out his words and his worship because he knew that this was going to be finished. And what I realized as I was reading this is that this is just a beautiful picture of what breakthrough means and how we achieve breakthrough. Breakthrough starts with worshiping God despite the fact that we have not seen the answer yet, or seen delivery yet, or seen what we want to see yet. When we believe that God is capable and that He is going to carry us through whatever it is that we are facing. And so there are a couple of things that I want you to remember today as you worship God before your breakthrough happens. And that is those two things are, number one, the breakthrough may not look exactly the way you envision it. You see, God sees the entire trajectory of our lives. He sees obstacles we don't see yet. He sees what's in our future. He could be trying to protect us from something that we're not aware of. And so remember that God sees and that God is going to carry us through. And the other thing that I want you to remember is that God is working on our behalf even when we don't see it. You see, even when David wrote that psalm and he didn't see the temple that he hoped to see one day, God was already working and He was already moving in people's lives to ensure that that vision was completed. And so that's the next thing I want you to remember, is that God is working even when we don't see it. I hope that encourages you today, friends, and I hope to see you again soon. All right, later.